Stupid videos.
Well, the game's starting. Dragonshire boys, here we go. Game number 2. Now, this is the winner's bracket, so the loser of this set goes down to play another match later tonight. This is not an elimination match, but this is match point for Roll20.
Yeah, this is to try and get in the winner bracket finals. That's always nice. You end up having to play one less game if you advance through the winner's bracket, and it's much easier on day 3.
Yeah.
They'd also get the rest of the day
overall.
off. You win, you're done for today, and then you just, you know, possibly have 2 matches tomorrow. Possibly 3 if you lose in winners.
Yeah, the 3 matches in one day is tough.
Yeah.
That's what it takes to come back from the loser's bracket.
It's a struggle.
Don't lose.
Don't lose.
Don't lose.
Win the video game.
What a
I wish I would have given you that advice like a year or 2 ago.
Yeah.
Luke. Maybe your career would have been a little bit better.
You know, it took me too long to figure that out.
You say to a BlizzCon
I know, right? He's a BlizzCon
like
champ.
literally
He's got like more tournament wins than like 95% of the pros.
one of the highest tournament earnings of like any player to play the game.
You suck, you noob.
Feels bad, man.
Well, you called the Tassadar ban, and I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I mean, if I were to pick someone that was the most advocate hater of Tassadar, it's Zuna. He has always been a hater of Zuna. Yeah, at the
Zuna hates Zuna?
No, Zuna hates Tassadar. Is
There
that
you
what
go.
I said?
There you
Zuna
go.
said Zuna?
You did.
He's
Yeah,
always
that's
hated
pretty
Zuna.
impressive.
Zuna hates Tassadar.
Tassadar
Yeah.
hates Zuna.
At the we had a little esports meeting with Blizzard when we went down to the summit for the.
Oh, I
set
remember
teams.
that.
And Zuna, no, this was last year. And Zuna had like an entire conversation talking about Tassadar and shields and
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
I mean, I don't think there are many pro players who like Tassadar or his influence on the game.
that's true.
Unless you're a team that specifically uses Tassadar to like enable Tracer shenanigans or like plays Tass Illidan, something like that, almost all the pros I've ever come in contact with or spoken to have pretty much universally said that they don't like Tassadar being in the meta.
Yeah,
But he's here to stay.
he's here to stay.
He's here to stay. Zarya has fallen off, and I'm okay with that myself. But Genji will be that first pick. Tass Illidan have been banned out. Uther still on the table. A lot of other big options like Stitches. Lots of picks.
The last game, the Genji didn't get much value. It was very clear how much it struggles with the Malfurion healer. He can't be as high up. And that basically forced them to pick Uther here for Roll20. You don't want to get that Genji-Uther combo.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's good picks by Roll20. To Tahaka.
Your predictions were 100% accurate, by the way.
I mean, honestly,
100% action.
If you had told me these were the 5 picks of the first picks of the draft, I would have said Eldoy. Of course, these are the first 5. Like, what other heroes are there in the game?
Yeah, these are...
I mean, Genji, I think, has skipped 1 game, but other than that, I'm pretty sure these are basically 100% participation. Illidan maybe not that many bans.
But he's been involved a lot.
Yeah, on maps where the hunt is actually useful,
Yeah.
he's got almost 100% ban rate. So, now, Stitches, the retaliation pick by Naventic. They'll probably deny the Medivh here, if I had to guess. I don't think you want to play Stitches into the Medivh. He just denies so much of your efficacy with the hooks because of the portal, and it's Glaurung, so I would expect that's one of their bans. The healer here... Oh, interesting. I was really expecting a Malfurion pick here to combo with the Stitches to provide kill pressure.
I wonder who they're going to put on the Malthael.
That seems
Zuna
way
or
too
Beacon?
early for a Malthael pick. That seems way... I mean...
Yeah, right, because he's easily countered.
I guess you've shown Dahaka Uther at this point, so you're pretty much obligated to go double tank because of the Dahaka. You have Uther, who's melee and high HP pool, so Malthael can lifesteal off him relatively well. But I'm not sure that I like that Malthael pick there. It seems too early.
Yeah. For a niche pick like that.
Yeah.
Unless, like, whatever those last 2 picks were, they really wanted to hide, there's no reason to pick them there.
I get it. Tormented Souls and Dragon Blade is like a lot of AoE damage coming in at once, and if you're ever clumped in to a situation or a full team fight, it's hard to sustain through, even if you're Uther or whoever. Like you have to go for the armor, that's for sure. But Falstad ban.
That is Falstad's first involvement in this entire
Well,
tournament.
it's because of what I just said. Like, if you've got Dragon Blade and you've got Tormented Souls and you can gust everyone into a corner and then just hop on top of them, everyone's getting bodied, right?
Medivh ban as well. Just got to deny that from Glaurung.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
First game of the set. Let's see if Glaurung's still good on Medivh.
Yeah.
Yep, he is. Okay, let's ban him.
Yeah, even when he feeds his Master's Touch stacks, doesn't matter.
Respect the Glau feed. because it's still scary when he does it.
Yeah.
Well, next 2 picks here for Roll20. I mean, you talk about a second tank. What would you recommend versus the Malthael Genji? What tank option? Chen again? We've been seeing a decent amount of Chen.
I don't think you can pick Chen here. I think you need some lockdown. You need to have a really high threat composition here. Personally, I wouldn't hate to see ETC. Genji and Malthael both suffer against Mosh Pit. Neither of them have any interrupts. Stitches as well. Pretty bad at interrupting Mosh Pit. He's not quite in the meta, so I don't know if that's realistic.
I haven't heard in a long.
Yeah, but honestly, any tank that can lead CC and just set up a stun chain and burst onto one of these targets would be great. Or they can just elect to pick both of their damage dealers now. They wanted to make sure they locked in some really high quality range damage dealers, since that's also a role that Naventic is looking to fill. That's a better plan, to be honest.
Yeah, and you hide the ETC for last, so there's guaranteed no response.
And yeah, there's potentially 0 interrupts
if
or
that's
whatever.
what they do, right?
Not very likely though. More realistically, they'll probably play something like Diablo or Murden or something.
I haven't seen any Diablo this tournament. We saw a little bit of Murden here and there, but no Diablo yet. Oh, last 2 picks here for Naventic. I mean, do you go double support with this comp? I don't really know how you would play with Genji Malthael on the same team. It's the first time I've seen this.
It's a little weird. I wouldn't hate double support. I think if you have one support who's good at saving Malthael and one support who's more of an overall healer, I think that could be good. Brightwing could be great for the global, so you can even it out on the globals if you wanted double support, but...
Another situation where you have no setup for Chromie again.
Well, now at least you have Hook, Malfruit, Chromie combo.
Oh, right. You have
That's
Hook,
like the
Malphite.
best
Okay,
bet,
so
yeah.
You have that. That's good.
Yeah.
And there's the Anub. So you said you need more CC. Anub provides that. It's going to be interesting.
There's 2 targets to Cocoon, though. Who are they going to choose? Tormented Souls, Malthael, or Dragon Blade? That's a problem.
It's true. This is interesting. Like, I feel if they ever get, flanked hard by the Dahaka and the Anub, they just get run over. They don't have a lot of good peel. Chromie is quite vulnerable. I feel like Bye-Bye or the Stasis are going to be almost required, one or the other, just to give Chromie some kind of escape.
It's interesting. I like the concept of having hard dive frontline and then Chromie kind of follows up from super far, safe range, but realistically I just don't see Leeming or Greymane dying to Genji Malthael, especially with an Uther healer. He's going to be able to save whichever one is in more danger, and they're going to be able to cocoon someone, and then basically all turn and probably just blow up one of the divers. Plus, I like the fact that Roll20 is drafting more towards the map and actually has a global advantage. I see so many teams I feel like fall behind, and you get a little bit behind, and then the pressure of the global is so valuable for a team that knows how to use it.
Well, we'll see how they're going to abuse it as they're up 1-0 in this series. It is match point for Roll20 here on the left-hand side of the map. Goku, Buds, Justin, Prismat, and Glaurung.
Naventic, they got to bounce back. I mean, they're still in the winner's bracket, but that was not their best showing in game number 1. Let's see how they can do in Dragonshire with Tomster. On that mouth, we got Biggie, iDream, Zuna, and B-Kid rounding out the rest of the team.
So it does look like they have fully committed to the other roster swap, which is Zuna being primarily main tank and B-Kid being primarily flex.
And Zuna's been playing as much Stitches as he can, it seems, also. I like this.
Oh, man.
Oh,
So
that was a good try, all right? You don't know where they are. It's completely blind. We see everything they don't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Theoretically, they could have thrown a Moonfire over the wall looking for someone. But, like...
Oh, iDream! Oh! Nice first blood there. Getting a little bit greedy. You have to respect the Uther there. You can't just dive into an Uther. He's going to stun you, and then you're going to get stunned by Justin. They got a decent amount of chain CC there.
Never seen a Genji walk into mid lane and die at level 1 before.
Those nerfs, man. They've ruined it, apparently. It's
To
not
be
iDream's
honest,
fault, it's nerfs.
A lot of those Genji deaths at this event have actually been really close. Like, 100 hit points here and there actually could have made the difference.
Well, that's going to be Zuna going down as well. Quick 2 kills for Roll20. Momentum in their favor.
Yeah.
Drag onto iDream, just trying to hold him, from doing anything in the lane, I guess. But, it's also good to consider or remember that when a change like that to the health goes down in a hero, sometimes you just got to adjust.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Especially when you're playing against a comp that has so much CC and damage, like the Roll20 comp. I love the Roll20 comp. I feel like it's so good. You have chain CC for days, Anubrak, Dahaka, Uther, all chain CC, and then like some of the highest burst damage in the game to follow up.
What is Malthael's damage type? Because you have the Chromie, Genji, who are the magic damage, right?
Yeah.
Is Malthael the magic? or-
Most of Malthael's damage is percent HP damage. Like that's just
Okay.
generally what most of his damage ends up being. So it ignores the spell armor.
Right.
It doesn't trigger things like spell shield, which is really important. But the fact that it cuts through Uther's armor is really valuable. The thing is, Malthael isn't that good until late game. He's fine as a laner, but in team fights he's just relatively ineffective.
At what point does he get better?
So at 10, he kind of turns into what I consider like a real hero. He stops being a straight-up liability to your
Right.
team. And then at 16, he's actually strong.
Okay, so it's like Sonya in a sense.
Yeah, it's similar to Sonya, yeah. But Malthael's all spread damage, whereas Sonya is, you know, more one target at a time trying to pressure the tanks. Malthael does a similar thing of pressuring the tanks, but it's kind of more spread. That's why he's really good against double tank compositions.
Yeah, percent base damage is insane. And the interaction of Curse Bullet like shows how powerful that can be.
Yeah.
Invade here from Roll20 as they secure the Giants on the end of Naventic. I mean, do we know who Roll20's primary shot caller is? Is it Glau?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It should be.
That's what I would think, but I haven't talked to them in a while. Good shot calling coming out from Roll20. The invade was really well executed.
Yeah, and they've already got over a level of experience and advantage. That's a good place to be, especially when you have a global. It makes it much easier to actually force these advantages. B-Kid and Goku just trading. Interesting lane setup here. B-Kid's really going to struggle.
Is he going to die?
In this 1v1, yeah. Okay. The Malthael really needs the whole creep wave there to lifesteal off of. So, well done by Goku to be forcing damage onto the Malthael during the time window when he's weakest, when his own wave is dead.
Naventic has both shrines, but they are down a player right now, so they're not really able to contest the middle of it. And you got a Nubarak sitting there waiting for Zuna to walk up. But Goku secured the top shrine anyway, so... what are your thoughts on Goku? You know, it was a rough start with his introduction to Roll20 as they have to get used to the new team and stuff, but how do you think he's developed with this team?
I think he's made a lot of progress. The team overall surely can't be feeling too great about missing Western Clash, so I think for them, the second split of this phase is going to be all about kind of redemption, qualifying for BlizzCon, because they need to prove that they made the right choice with their roster swaps.
Another kill from Goku, just walking up and slapping nerds down. That's 2 times in a row now that he's just gotten these free burrow kills. And now Zuna's taking a little bit of damage. Nice poke coming out from Prismat. Zuna's getting killed really quickly. He gets the heal off, but the body block's there. Justin's got this.
Yeah.
It's Pick City. Pick City.
I mean, 5 kills.
Yeah.
5 minutes in.
Yep. Pick City.
That's not good.
Pick City.
I mean, that's what happens when you actually have good follow-up damage on an Anubrak. Last game, Chromie's just not the right kind of follow-up damage on a Anubrak. Genji is good once he gets Dragon Blade, but he doesn't enable early kills very well unless someone's way out of position. And Roll20, on the other hand, just has the mainstay staple damage dealers, and they're making them work.
So, correct me if I'm wrong.
This is a 10-7 game right now. Can we all just appreciate the 3 level lead? Almost as many level lead as we were minutes into the game.
Not even just that. The last game as well, they took a 7-minute keep. Like, Roll20 is just dominating the early game twice now versus an Naventic. Now, Thompson's going to get hit by the helping hand, but not enough to save him, as he's going to go down. Big impact under a lot of pressure right now. Goodbye, Chromie. More resets to Prismat, but he is completely out of mana. He can't really consistently fight anymore.
Yo, this is just kind of a stomp at this point. I mean, this much pressure this early on, opening up the bottom lane, 3-level advantage is just disgusting for 5 minutes.
From 1 DK.
That's like severe outplay.
6 minutes, 1 DK, 2 forts, 11 kills. It's crazy.
And like we were talking about this draft, you know, for Naventic. When you go Malthael Genji, that is a level 10 team fight. We're going to have an overwhelming amount of damage. But if you're through, okay, that helps. But they're still mega far behind. They have no heroics. They're chasing the 4v5.
Well, they're going for the chase. Zuna has to get a hook, but good body blocking from Justin and Budge. I mean, if you want someone to get hooked, it's one of those.
Did you see that Chromie W go behind? It went the wrong way. He threw it in the absolute wrong way.
Nice combo there from Biggie to secure that kill. I mean, they're getting these kills. Like, I mean, they need to keep doing this for like the next 5 minutes if they want to make up this experience.
Yeah, yeah, this is a tough spot. Even with the kills, they're still not level 10. They don't have a global to be able to soak. So, yeah, 12 to 10. Roll20 just needs to basically focus and not feed anymore, and then they'll get talent advantage and be able to start pushing their advantage again. But for now, they will play safe. They'll respect the Stitches. They'll respect the Stitches' mouth, Chromie, meaningful damage. And we'll have to see how the teamfights start going now that it's Heroics versus Heroics. Because, to be honest, Naventic's comp spikes hard at 10.
It forces the Divine
That's
Shield.
good.
Wow.
That's worth. That's mega worth. Hook, looking for it. Good juke buds. Oh god, there's bile sound effects.
Yeah.
When we were making those videos, we were like playing with the bile sound effects, and there's so many really bad ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were some pretty gnarly sounding biles.
Yeah.
13 tier has been achieved here from Roll20.
Nice.
Going down. There's the combo.
That
Is
was
Glau
great.
going to get out of there? He's
Shouldn't.
so low. He got that extra.
B-Kid is going deep. He gets the kill, but at what cost? Chromie combo coming out. B-Kid does end up dying. Tomster going to fall as well.
Goku just
And
soloed him
Zuna
back.
also going to be picked off here. Yeah.
Goku is getting like, if you were to say, show me a game where a Dahaka gets maximum value, this is it. Goku is like just soloing people in
Yeah.
the backline.
That level 13 auto attack talent is so valuable on Dahaka when you just get to chain autos on someone like that. Because of his increased movement speed now from his level 1, you just combine that with the auto attack damage, and someone like Malfurion who has no possible way to escape, Dahaka can just chase him down and auto attack him to death alone.
They're about to get a DK here. 8.5 minutes in, and they're going to have a keep that's already half HP to push in.
Yeah. It's good. Roll20. Other than that one flub is basically just way ahead and completely controlling the game. So, well played by
It's
them.
good to see that like their momentum, even though after those picks on that happened on them,
Yeah.
they didn't lose that momentum. You see like people like change their strategy, they like step back a bit. Roll20 acted like it didn't even happen and kept trucking forward. And here we go, we have a big push in the bottom lane. We got the Siege Giants with this Dragon Knight. Something crazy would have to happen for this to be a core ending push, but they're definitely getting the keep.
Yeah, at this point, Roll20 just wants the keep, and then they just have to kind of wait around until level 16 advantage, and then they get the DK again. Maybe they can end with that one. But the Dragon Knight really doesn't ramp up in power level that quickly, and because Roll20 has accelerated this game by destroying so many structures so quickly, their power level has dramatically outscaled the Dragon Knights. Normally not both the forts and the keep are down, so the teams aren't so high levels. The Dragon Knight is relatively more powerful at this timing.
Yeah.
Right now, it's a 9-minute DK, but we're already level 16.
16
Two
DK.
versus
talent
10.
tier advantage. Like, that's
Jeez.
monster lead right now. 16 talents too. Like, we have to look at two things in particular: Epicenter, and then Fireflies. It's just nonstop. These skill shots are just going to be plummeting into their faces.
I've been saying it for a while on Town Hall. You know, I keep holding out for Naventic, but maybe it's not the dream. Here we go, Big Burrow coming in. Idrim getting very low, and Zuna immediately getting evaporated. B-Kid pops his ult, but is it going to matter? The rewind does not connect because of the Divine Shield breaking that there, and Glauron's trying to get B-Kid, but he is very low. Idrim goes for the kill, does not get it. He does end up getting it.
That was actually clean. A nice shot there coming up from Biggie, but, you know, Stitches is down, Greymane is down. Obviously favorable death timers for the side here of Naventic.
Yeah, that was nicely done to coordinate freeing him.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, that quarter second early so that the Rex stun wasn't ready. It's very nicely done.
Oh. Still a pretty big advantage. Yes, they have their 13 tier, but 3 levels down with that 16 tier advantage.
It's hard.
It's tough, and we're getting closer to that next Dragon Knight spawning.
Just on the Naventic storyline in general is interesting because they looked, you know, they looked like the better team for sure in their round 1 match, right? So they're clearly better than the average Open Division team, but you put them against like one of the top NA teams like Roll20, and they're struggling hard. I mean, that wasn't even like what did I just watch?
Yeah.
They just got pooped on.
I mean, it's 17 to 14. Like they can't even be out on the map. That's one of the problems when you're behind this far against such. Like, there's so much CC and so much engage potential. You just literally can't walk out from the same space.
It's really interesting for me to see like this much of a gap in Pro League still. And maybe they're having an off day or whatever, but Roll20 are on form 11 minutes in, 12 minutes in.
It's probably game.
Yeah.
Like there's no way.
I hope Roll20 plays like this tomorrow because while
They played really well.
Clearly, Naventic is not up to snuff.
Yeah.
Roll20 is playing very well.
And Goku played.
Yeah,
So
Goku
well
did
this
play
series.
phenomenally
Yeah.
today. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something I've been saying for like the last few